substance over form. That is a rule of equity. He should prioritize prudence over procedure and allow debate to flow. We will not sit idly by and allow the majority to use their numbers to deny us our duty in ensuring that there is proper oversight. Ladies and gentlemen, renege on our fundamental duties to the Constitution. We will fight for the people of Ghana. And in doing so, we will not be obstructive. We will scrutinize, hold government to account, ensure that just as we did in 2025, where we brought up issues to the limelight, we're going to repeat same. And this time around, we are going to do so even as we have done with all our internal elections, that we now have a leader, and we are going to do so with a firm determination and assurance that come 2028, the NPP deserves to come back into office. This pressure may not be done and done well without at least talking about this third-term agenda. Opportunity to also mention to Mr. President. Now, Mr. President, we are aware that many of your party members want to push the agenda. Please tell them one more time. Maybe when you said so in Singapore, they didn't hear you. Mr. President, you haven't spoken about your non-interest in third term in Ghana. Please, tell your people that you are not interested at all. They shouldn't lead you into temptation. And by the way, it is not possible. Also, we have heard that certain people have filed certain processes at the court. We also have this to tell my Lord Bafuboni. We know that this job was handed to you on a silver platter. We know that you have your masters to please. But my Lord Bafuboni, in the end, when history is being written, it will be your name. And to our judges at the Supreme Court, Ghanaians are watching how you determine the matters that are coming before you. Will question your own integrity. When you came for vetting, you made certain commitment to the people of Ghana. Ghanaians heard you. So again, the mighty minority is watching you. Will not be silenced by threat of contempt. If by criticizing the judiciary, they will march us into Nsawam, we are ready to become prisoners of conscience. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Arise, Ghana youth, for your country. The nation demands your devotion. Let us all unite to uphold and make a great strong. We are all involved. We are all involved. We are all involved in building our motherland. We are all involved. We are all involved. We are all involved in building our motherland. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please resume your seat.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't say thank you enough for the wonderful, say, 87 Infantry Battalion. We will now open up the conversation to our friends from the media. If there is any question, we are ready to take. My colleague, Honorable Jerry Ahmed Shaif, will be doing the justice. If you have any concern, you raise up your hand. Here he is going to play the role of a speaker. If you catch his eye, if you catch the eye of the Member of Parliament for Wager, then we'll be able to do justice to that. So now the floor is open for our friends from the media. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Kweku Sechidanso from GhanaIndies.com. I just want to find out from the minority if there are plans after your internal contest to bring colleagues together, because we see what is going on, since you want to stand firm and hold government accountable. Thank you.
Next person.
Please, any other? You announce your media.
Leader, you mentioned that Ghanaians agree with you with the quality of debate advanced on the floor of Parliament by the minority. Emphatically, you call for the dismissal of the Foreign Affairs Minister. Are there other ministers you want to see? Or is it just a dislike? Is it just a dislike for the Foreign Affairs Minister? And you also mentioned that the majority has 189. Have you already considered Adawaso East to majority?
Just a second.
My name is James Aleti with Joy News. On the transport crisis in Accra and the other cities, the minority that talks about the state of the state transport system and how it talks about the fact that some of these buses that have been disposed were done under the previous government. Management leader, I want to ask if you can give us some details about some of the electric bus projects before you left government.
The minority.
So let me deal with the first issue of we've had those colleagues who have been engaged in this discourse have done so with all civility. I want to assure you that these are internal matters. As for politics, things get heated. Soon after, we all rally behind the leader and the MPP flag to push the party agenda and to let Ghanaians know what we have for them. But you see, the NDC is busy talking about us. What they've also forgotten is that they also have a leadership contest awaiting them. And do so also be fish. I said, also thank you to meanwhile no campaign. They are who say I saw buying on your own preferred candidate. Jubilee House for some more candidates. Obedi flag bearer amom na party no so one candidate nti enche bi ebedu omo so but the pese can say MPP there nyame ya adom after 31st ya e wo parliament the real task say kwen bia so no ye de ba ku ye enka bom ebetai ni obewi ni nechi na ye nyina ya boa ebia by mid this year Omampeni Mahama eba beyelim that president because obia pay to me usho omwa vice president also no subedi president and then I say yet to say ono afaruna edrusa and running mate yet ya say observe Julius Debra ono so nam ne kwan on the majority leader ono so onam ne baby onene abla almost your permutation yenua finance minister ono so almost obedi president ono so prepare no running mate nti ade no atasa o bebia yenua erikopoku ono agric minister one kasa wo many su okra no sika ezeso omodi mawo na wodi ye kwadwuma okra mo fama wo so be di president ono openi erikopoku hu the difference between opposition and government owo opposition na ni kati bro for kase and obedi minister sika odi be edwuma kampo no aya sema no ono zuzu obedi president and is for there no ladies and gentlemen of the press, we have become formidable opposition because each one of us, in fact, if you look at the fact, I told somebody that in future it may be very difficult to make some selections because all of them are competent, all of them are determined, all of them have what it takes to deliver. So as for that one, it comes without question. Now on the issue of the foreign minister, my colleague, we in the minority, we don't attack personalities. Follow them to the House floor, to all engagements. We raise issues. How can our foreign minister have an engagement with some ambassadors, write on social media, and the next day we hear of an embargo? How can you claim that Israel deported some Ghanaians and without engaging, you also go ahead to say retaliation? You know, when we were kids, right? There were times that when somebody is provoking you, then you say that, wouldn't say unya penny or wunti. And I will, yes, sir. So you are careful. If our foreign minister was that measured, you would have known that attacking Israel had consequences. I'll leave it here. A word to a wise is enough. So we don't have anything personal against anybody. In serious democracies, when a policy fails, the minister resigns an agreement, only to do U-turn to withdraw it for further consultation. Any serious democracy, you have to resign. So that call on him to resign is not born out of our dislike for him. Our call on Honorable Ablakwa to resign the path of his predecessors, who took foreign policy to higher levels. Even recently in ECOWAS, Ghana has lost out on a lot of vacancies that arose at ECOWAS, all because we thought we were eyeing an AU chair for His Excellency the President next year. What of if the countries we are relying on reserve? Ghana is a regular contributor. In fact, we don't fail in our contributions to ECOWAS. Go for the records. We've lost out in employment in ECOWAS. Institutional heads, 0. Main employment, technical staff, the ECOWAS civil servant. Ghana contributes so much, but we are losing out. So what does the foreign minister do? On the Metro Mass issue, we are going to call on the Minister of Transport when Parliament resumes to answer questions regarding why they sat down for a whole year without putting in place measures to beef up the fleet levels. It again exposes the minister's lack of clear vision for the transport sector. But would bid our time, put together a paper by the appropriate committee of the caucus, and hold the minister's feet to the fire when Parliament resumes. So bear with us. We want to do the right thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now we'll take the next set of questions. Okay.
Our colleague, the sector head, is here, and he would want to.
Is your question related to the thing? You won't ask any further questions. Okay.
I mean, in the leader's presentation, I heard him accuse this government of failing to institute a properly functional state transport. But a recent report we read during your administration,
Did he accuse them or that's the reality?
he blamed this government.
Yes, but is that the reality or is it an accusation? It's a reality.
Question, they cannot answer. But we all know that the problem that we are facing today in terms of Ghanaians having to take public transport, and I also go through tough time as a sector getting access to public transport, and the unbearable first transport operators are in charge. But you know that during administration, there is a report that about 330 to 400 metro mass buses that were auctioned. So as cheap, as low as 2,500 some of your products. We want to deny this report because if you fail to deny it, then we can also attribute the current challenge to some of your administration
Please, can you reframe your question? Why is one an accusation
2024, we all saw that the very issues that you are accusing this government of were revealed by the administration.
Okay, it's okay. Let's respond. I think thank you very much. I think your question is clear. So with regard to the auction of Metro Mass buses, a lot of people don't know what goes into the processes before. Yes, you are talking about before any bus is being auctioned. It has to be certified by the Board of Survey. It is not true that to any cronies. It is a palpable lies which being thrown out because of the recent event that is happening and that this government, they are trying to just equalize, make an equalization. So I just want to let you know that it is palpable lies. If they want any full inquiry into the matter, like the leader said, we in for people to travel around, and that is the most difficult thing, the problem that we have at hand. And I expect every Ghanaian to be concerned about it, to find a solution to it. We on the minority side will continue to assist the electric buses. Yes, the previous government ordered 100 buses. The idea was that we want to bring 10 to try it, because that was the first time that we were. There was that after the 10, we will bring back the 90. But we lost power. We were expecting this administration, this new government, to have decided not to bring the buses. It is up to Ghanaians to put fire on their feet and ask them why they have not brought those buses. So please, these are the facts on the ground, and I know most Ghanaians knows about it. So let us be factual about some of these matters, so that we don't, in an attempt to make any equalization, we authenticate it. So that is what I want to say. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We'll take the new set of questions. The next set of questions.
My name is Mohammed Fa from Malabo Bloggers. My question is what steps is the minority taking to address the meeting?
Honorable Jerry, he's done.
Thank you. My name is Andrew. I work for Ghana. Minority leader, you said in your presentation that the minority
So in his presentation, he made mention that the minority will not allow the majority to have its way this time. So we want to find out what way or what are some of the moves are going to do. Are you going to be working out the children like what we saw in the previous setting, or what moves are you going to do if the majority continues having this?
I said, if you listen to, Honorable Jerry, if you listen to the minority leader very well, he said, unless they beat us. So the walkout is not an option here. And you know, that's the leader, we are the whips, so come out with a strategy. But the last meeting, the certificate of agency were too vague. And after that, you now see that they are coming back for amendment of the bills that they have just passed into law because they rushed it. They now realize that there are problems. They are coming with amendment. Even gold coin, they will come with an amendment. Wait and see, because there are serious problems there. So that is why he is saying that we are ready to read. If they are not ready to read, we are ready to read and scrutinize every document. So rushing it, there are a lot of strategy as to how we can take it, and we understand it better than them.
Chief, I'm wondering who discusses this sort of strategy. We should come and take our strategy.
So, Professor, you want to know about the losses. You see, it would always be convenient for someone to engage in, blame game and say that, oh, something happened yesterday, so why must you question me if same thing is happening today? Granted, without admitting that indeed there were some losses in the previous years, didn't they come to say that they are resetting Ghana? And aren't they supposed to do things better than they came to meet it? So the fact that there were some mistakes, just for the sake of argument, means that I cannot question you if you're doing something don't get the logic in there. But be that as it may, we have filed a motion, and that motion has been admitted. Hopefully, we'll have an opportunity to do the scrutiny, and the governor would have to explain the actions of the central bank. Although, like I said, we have also become aware that they had the joint body 10% have all been brought down 9.7. Let me get the correct figures. I don't want to. When we're dealing with numbers, we have to deal with numbers properly. So I don't want to. No, it's on one paper. It's on a seminar. Yes, it's here. We have 9.75 for the bullion and 9.55 for unprocessed gold. Previously, it was 15%. So you see, the minority scrutiny has yielded some. They wouldn't have met to review this. Okay? So it tells you that there was something going wrong somewhere. We are saying that in gold trading, there should be no losses. If the economic cost of implementing a policy will be that astronomical, then you better look for another policy alternative. If in implementing a policy, you want to stabilize your city, the cost will be so high that it will deny you the opportunity to build schools, construct roads, and make more money. If you invest in agriculture, your city will be more stable than going into gold for reserves, all the needed revenue.
Please, let the person be straightforward. I'm advising. Else I'll take the money. I don't know why the KPI is going to close to me. Leader, the last time there was a voting on the floor when the first deputy speaker quoted or mentioned the case between Justice Abdullahi Duke's coup vote in minute. So where I was sitting, I thought there was some sort of conflict between yourself and your colleagues of the members. And we, sorry, I don't know if you were, and you were, sorry, so I was thinking that at that moment, Mr. Managing Leader, I was thinking that at that moment, I thought you should allow the voting when the speaker put in the vote, the question. But you insisted that, oh, I'm coming. You insisted that there should be a voting. And I saw some sort of nakedness on the part of minority. Because NPC were able. The question was, how united was the NPP front when it came to that particular issue? Thinking that since you don't have since the NPP didn't have the numbers, so you should allow, the voting, and you call for a voting. Oh please, head count, and the head count exposed the minority. That at that moment, the chief will put in a shout
Thank
the
you.
numbers.
Thank you. Next.
I told you, I was still very sick. Any other question, please?
Honorable Jerry,
Please make sure you ask your question.
Honorable Jerry, there is somebody.
Let's have some brevity and straight to the point, please.
Yeah, my name is Kwesi Kunsi, editor of Point Africa. Leader, I think last year, when the government was able to reduce the dollar from its rate downwards, there was an issue that from the minority that because the government was not spending more, the government was not paying contractors. That's the reason why the dollar. So now that the government has been able to sustain that, I think we're going to give the government credit for that.
Some of these questions, please, let's be guided that there is a press conference, the minority leader did a presentation. So let's stick to what is in the text.
Good afternoon. My name is Bright Boachi from Asifua Radio.
Hey. Hey. Original.
I want to know the minority's take on it.
Is your station affiliated with CNN and BBC?
I want to know the minority's take on the current happenings at Cocoa Board. It seems all our attention has been driven to Gold Board. So I want to know the minority's take on what's happening at Cocoa Board.
Very, very good question.
Okay, minority leader.
So, honorable members, lend me your ears. So we had a question from Ahmed on the numbers. You know, what we would do in Parliament, we do it for history. And in the politics in the chamber, it's not always about winning. It's about watching from afar. As the minority, you are just few. These guys have overwhelming numbers. Why don't you let it go? It's the statement you want to make that matters. We doubted the 155. In fact, the whips checked. They were 129. They were struggling. And you realize that it is only when we begin to hold their feet to the fire that they start to marshal their numbers in. It's a fact. So it is not about us. It's about the impact we make on government business. So it's what we said and what we did. The other issue regarding the cocoa sector, I think our ranking member is here. So I will let, he will take it. He will take it up.
The stable, the dollar. The artificial.
Yes, my good friend, Mr. Kumsi, right? Press conference earlier, no medikai ka say, "On yenu anom no mo ba ban mu no, omo hyedan ye bibi sonkon bi a Ghana fonya be hu say we a omo aye e de adwuma ba. Enu nti no sidi no so ho atom. No kura wo mi ni say, omo promote galamsey. Sisi a omo se obia into gold. Sa nine modie omo ye eniso ade just for the optics. Ba yen nim say omo bie mu amankola ne say omo into gold. And gold no omo tu no. Omo tu ni bia. And so it is not today but tomorrow. Because omo ton more gold into no omo to me enya dollar ne maneba. Na I say a massive new stabilizing. But me know yenim from 2020 fisheries. Really, there is no seriousness in addressing that one. Then again, KBB said 2025. Finance Minister when chair contract is breaker. In fact, a bank crampo and invest in the private sector, and now say even public sector deliverables. The question will be saying, but see, no, I dare not sustaining. Almost sustaining because they are interested in the numbers. So IMF over almost you stabilize the economy. And your numbers in Yebedu. Sir, a done by almost your energy sector, a canne or the on one country and say, whereas a Kufu buying a bon whom in try, no more the levy, but I say, goodwill no more, on we take advantage. Electricity tariffs from time NDC buy almost over 27%. Omudi can hear 14%. No omudi 2 become now fe PURC is on your consultation. Now omashe na ye call minority me na me lead caucus. Ye call na ye catch on say look, ade amu ye a strategy. Amu pese mudi increase tariffs. No cre ebemu. ECG will almost say, oh, containers be ira, and MPP for near the idea, and no more say, Edu baby come the tree me. Munina. On one was a move. Now, ye catch almost say, through the paper, they come on. Ye catch almost say, ye started loss reduction program be. Ewo ECG. Say losses no transmission loss. Companies. Treat illegal connection at Dawson. Inti yama a system be embra ebema Ghana obia betre electricity bill. So we yana sa ebebua akufo adaban start here. Me kodi bo chebe sa busumi mienu no. At least me hu anamo ano omutu. Inti instead of pursuing reforms, no, instead of imposing higher tariffs, pursue reforms. They are not doing it. It's a major policy failure. So they are burdening you, pay more tariffs. So after 1 year, no more say a budget tariff. Then the worst part of it is that we introduce Dumso levy. Dumso levy no, is bringing more revenue than the e-levy now. Almost say they are looking at over 4 billion, whereas the e-levy was giving less than 2 billion. So you repeal the law, but introduce another tax that is burdening Ghanaians more. That is hypocrisy. That is double standard. That is matrical government. That's matrical government. Who was the 11 year? On Tigana for me, person much 11 bill. We no tax. But who got top petrol there? 1 liter beer to 1 Ghana city. But how much must we say e-levy, momo no, tax be a ban no, and yet, into mu ye free and the MPP. Now, who are buying a buy no dear? What the doom so levy abase, who got top petrol, abobo ya, pragia, okada, trotro, obibi or better petrol biano, which 1 liter bian, which 1 cedi. Definitely, for 1 I buying. Change say e-levy no into no Caribbean Monsampa.
All right, thank you. So our ranking on food and agriculture will respond to the BBC affiliate station question.
Thank you very much. We will be doing a separate press conference on cocoa, either sometime this week or early next week. So I'm extending invitation to all of you to attend that press conference. But to answer your question, we are worried about the happenings in Cocoa Board. We are very worried. You remember in the run-up to the 2024 December elections, leading members told cocoa farmers that if they voted for them, if they give them power, they will increase cocoa from 3,100 to 6,000 Ghana cedis. In fact, the Honorable Finance Minister even went further to promise them 7,000 Mingaji. Honorable Eric Obogu, Zambakaya, of Frequafonina, the Omoko, Gadia Swaba. A Quafonina Panamanua. Omba for 6,000 CPs per bag. And a Quafono Busan said, near walking, Ujidi. Also, see a banner here to me and ya. Now, Kukono, nay, my dear. It is a mutumaya, the back of 6,000. What are we seeing today? What are we seeing today? And then a bag of cocoa, 3,625. I'm promise every cocoa region, the basic processing factory. Every cocoa region, on basic cocoa college. Yes, that's what Kono manifesto. We have 4 huge promises, and then we have 4 the amendment and fee. Also 3,625 from November. For the first time, for the first time, now no can be frame. I've been a also, I talk over 100 bucks. The year yare, ya prescription man. Otrimento, and yes, on this go. What talk over 100 bucks? What's the mean? A Quaphone be over Omuko or Bia was the say, go away and get 3,625. What Mamma saying? Huge discount. None of the other money be a no atom. And it's our promise in the milk we are for. How many of your phone in the year cry? As I said, dear, now yet to tear dear. Price no crown, I had the Mao, I had 3,625. No, yes, our Baba Tissue. Now, dear, I don't know their canoe. So I'm not Tissue, dear, and you're going to be now. And then, we are for baby, almost at the force, yeah, slow, and so Moko, no Toma, Galamsey for. If somebody I'm with here, I have some I reward the Afghanistan. I reward and the Afghanistan. Secretly, what bread, Mamma Yako, the moon, and you have 5 bread. Obeti Coco. Obe Boabuano, Obe Bon, Obe Blue, and some of the Guapa Swanum, a Binum Swa, Quantinti, and some of the Akobe dear Tokoko. And the Cocoa Pot, almost the LBC Sneaker over 10 billion. LBC is no the on Cocoa, but take over centers now. Omutia. And now the Danko Buffalo, but the mayor press conference in Chasua.
Thank you.
Okay, the leader will have the last one.
Yeah, our media colleagues, in this era of information fluidity, misinformation, and disinformation, it's important that when we speak to you and there's some ambiguity, we clarify ahead of time. When the minority says that it will resist every attempt by the majority to rush bills and government policies through parliament, what it means is that the minority will use all legitimate tools available within the standing orders of parliament. I don't want us to live here with anybody thinking that our statement to
All right. Our friends from the media, let me, on behalf of the mighty minority, thank you for making time to engage or be part of this media engagement, holding power to account, a year of active and responsible minority. And what's the time now? 12:25. There is a branch there, or lunch. It's lunch or brunch, whichever it is. That we can be able to eat together or dine together and interact. If there are further clarifications, you can see my colleagues, MPs from the mighty minority. One good thing about the minority is that anybody, you can ask them any question and they will be able to respond because they are very, very well composed and really are all